All my content is found on the public domain. I operate using the Fair Use Act guidelines and Fair Dealings guidelines. I use my own opinions, thoughts, commentary and speculation which may or may not be true or even correct. This is for entertainment purposes and fun. Please like, comment with respect and subscribe. Welcome! This is Talkin' Tech Mum with you again today. I want to now talk about Archie and him being in South Africa with his parents. So I've been really looking forward to doing this video as a review. I have taken a bit longer to get this video up because I have done a little bit more research and made sure I've covered everything and I haven't missed anything. So I don't think I've missed too much here. So I want to get into it and tell you about what I think based on what I've read on the internet. So first of all, I just want to address Harry. So let's look at Harry, how he is with kids in general. This is a picture of him earlier in the trip and how he is naturally with children. He's got a natural glistening look in his face, in his eyes, and happiness and joy, like a pure joy of playing with children. He feels confident. He knows how to cope with children in terms of getting response and connecting with them. So his connectivity with children is very good. So when we see them arriving with Archie at Archbishop Desmond Tutu's place, this is a kind of a different energy. So there is a clip on Instagram, on the Sussex Royal Instagram called Arch Meets Archie. Have a look at it because I've tried to record it but I can't really get it to download for some reason. So I won't be able to put it up, but this is just a clip of when they're walking down the corridor and Meghan Markle keeps going tick, 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 tick. I've listened to it a lot of times. So she's carrying this baby and she's going tick, 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 tick. And Harry's looking over at her going, yeah, okay, well, let's just try and make this baby smile. They know that they've got a cameraman right in front of them, so they're performing for the cameras. As they walk down, I really see that Meghan is really focused on trying to look natural with the baby. She's acting. This baby, she's not even holding it comfortably or holding him comfortably. She's trying to perform with the baby as opposed to be the baby's protective mother. And Harry is doing the same. He's interacting with the baby to try and make it smile and be joyful. He's treating it as if it's someone else's baby and not his. And the reason I say that is there's no connection there with him. He's like talking at it to him as opposed to, this is my baby. She's exactly the same. For the love of God, could she put that baby on her hip? Why has she always got that baby hanging off of her? That's not natural. Mothers don't walk around with a dead weight hanging from them because we all know you've got to put that baby on your hip to take the weight. No matter how light the baby is, you've got to take that weight or you can't sustain standing or doing anything for a long period with the baby in your arms. So she's always holding onto his head and the bum, and he's just hanging there. So for the love of God, somebody teach her how to hold a baby. I'm sure the nanny must have. So it's great that they've finally produced said baby. Why they've chosen Africa is a great mystery. It must be a monetary thing. That's the only reason I can think. I do believe this baby looks like Harry. I don't believe it is their baby though. I believe that, as I've said in other videos, that this is an actor. And this acting baby has been cajoled into being in the right mood and all set up with Meghan. Meghan has spent a lot of time sort of trying to be natural with this baby. Harry doesn't really know the baby at all. He keeps sort of reaching out to touch the hand of the baby as if it's someone else's baby. Not like, I'll take him, we'll take turns so that we, the media get shots of both of us. I don't think that the baby knows Harry and that's why he's not touching it, because I think in the back of all of this, where we're not seeing background, sorry, lost for words, in the background, I think that every time Harry picks up the baby, it gets scared and cries. So he's not to touch the baby or interact with it overly in case the baby cries. The baby doesn't look at either of them, and Meghan is constantly holding the baby away from her. So probably because if the baby looks too hard or too much at them, the baby might realise it's not mum and dad. I'm pretty sure she keeps trying to hold that baby close, but she doesn't even look at the baby either in that loving way. She looks at that baby in a way that she would look at someone's baby, but not her own. And anybody who's a parent listening will know that when you look at your baby, there's a certain bond and adoration that you have for them that you can't replicate with someone else's baby. So I did kind of enjoy the let them eat cake message with all of those silly cakes that they had there on the table for them. And it's like, yes, we have got starving Africans in poverty, but we're going to sit around here and eat cake. Such a classic, so typical. So Archbishop Desmond Tutu kissed the baby. That's all very nice. I do feel the baby, if the baby is actually Meghan's, that maybe later on we will see a change in skin tone. But I do believe it's an acting baby, and the baby has done a very good job. But she and the baby just doesn't seem to recognise her in all the pictures I've seen. And I also relate to, I've got to go back to this Mothers to Mothers, the support group to help women with HIV and their babies. Again, she just didn't interact very well with that group at all. It was pretty frosty, actually. And then there's a picture there of her trying to interact with a little girl sitting up. And again, it just shows how Meghan's not a mother, because she just doesn't know how to interact. She's just smiling for the cameras and using that baby to get PR shots. And there's another picture there of Meghan and Harry looking really happy about getting a book. So that's nice for them. And I think the reason they're smiling so much is not actually the book. I think they're actually relieved the baby didn't cry, the baby didn't puke, the baby didn't crap, they didn't have to change a nappy, they didn't have to soothe the baby, and it was all over, and they can put Archie back in the hands of probably the mother who's said nanny. I don't think there's a nanny. There's some lady coming in tow with the baby, and yeah, they're hired for the trip. So, yeah, my take on the whole thing is it's fake again. Showing a baby, it's insulting to the British public that they finally show a real live moving baby, but in another country. To people who don't really care, and the fact that her baby really wasn't good enough to play with other babies in Africa, which is really ridiculous. I do believe they should have had the baby out in the general public so more people could access that baby, because really not anybody other than Desmond Tutu and his wife have actually seen that baby and all the media shots. And finally, I do want to finish on the fact that she's left. She's now, Harry's gone off to do his noble work. I support him in that, in Angola with the landmines and following in his mother's footsteps. He's not afraid to do that, and I've seen a video of him planting trees, very large trees, I might add, which take about 10 men to lift and put in the soil. So, he's out there trying to prove he's still a man and that he cares, and I'll pay that. I think that's good. Harry operates really well when he's on his own. When he's with Meghan, he's so uncertain. He's kind of like, I don't know whether I should do what I instinctively want to do, or do I wait for her to tell me what to do. So anyway, I've got a rare shot there of her going onto an aircraft to fly up to Cape Town and meet Harry up there, and she's carrying the baby. So obviously it's another set up that wherever general public may see her, then she's carrying that baby. Again, awkwardly carrying the baby. The blanket, it's like she's just shoved a blanket in the back of her hand. Like, doesn't she want to wrap that baby or carry everything neat and tidy? I mean, isn't she the fashionista queen? And Lord knows where is that hairdresser. Hair's always all over the place. Someone, please give us some advice on hair. I'm not the one to do it, but gee, it can't be that difficult. Anyway, that is it from me. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for listening. Bye.